What's good, y'all? It's Joe's McFly. I played Mafia the Old Country, and before you drop 50 bucks on this game, let me break it down. What hits, what misses, and if it's worth your time, or if it's just a straight up drop. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the noties so you don't miss the next review. Full gameplay is up on the channel too if you want to be able to see the raw experience. And you can catch me live on twitch.tv/Joe's McFly. Make sure to give me a follow. Mafia the Old Country is the fourth game in the series, but it's really a prequel. We're in Sicily, early 1900s, and you play as Enzo, a miner grinding off debts in brutal conditions. My guy was a caving away from dying, and they told him get back to work, and he did. From there, Enzo climbs into the Torrisi crime family, and that's when the story really takes off. Now, I'll admit it, I'm a sucker for Mafia games. Mafia 1 through 3, Godfather 1 and 2, and even those old school gangster games, Gangster 1 and 2, which was on PC, which I think me and my brother are the only ones that played that. It's like a real-time strategy game, real fun. So I went in already wanted to love this, and I ended up playing this for 4 hours straight when I only meant to do one. And to be real, that should tell you something. Now, we're going to break this review up into 3 different sections: the story, the gameplay, and the graphics and performance. I'm going to give you a grade in what I think in each and every one of them, and then I'll give you guys a final verdict at the end and telling you whether you should cop this or not. Let's start with the story. Easily the strongest part of the game. 2 main complaints that I've seen floating around is that 1, it's short, and 2, it's linear. First off, linear is fine. Not every game needs to be open world to be great. Honestly, Mafia 3 dragged because it tried too hard to be like GTA. This game stays focused and keeps you locked in. As for length, yeah, it's around 10 or 12 hours. At $50, that's fair. Short doesn't necessarily mean bad. The pacing is tight, the dialogue works, and it never feels rushed. Let's talk about Isabella. Bruh, Enzo's risking it all for this girl. Don Torrisi's daughter? That's a walking death wish. Every time they were on screen, I was shaking my head like, yo, this man does not value his life. But I love it though, and I need to see more of it. The story so far? 9 out of 10. Let's get to the gameplay. Gameplay leans heavy on stealth. Enzo's instinct ability, bottles and coins to distract enemies, dragging bodies into corners and putting them into boxes. It's a little slow, but it ramps up really nicely. The game has some really good action set pieces that allows you to get mixy in it. Highlight, knife fights. Forget the guns. The boss fights are straight blades. You got some dodges and parries, and you know what? The enemies learn your patterns if you repeat the moves too much. So the key is variety. It's tense and honestly the most fun part of the game. Pair that with upgrading weapons with the Neri, and I went full loot goblin. The driving was kind of mid, to be honest. There was no mini-map, just street signs. Once I figured it out, it made sense, but driving isn't the highlight here, bro. Unless you just love looking at the environment and scenery and all of that, there aren't any side missions to do. Luckily, you can be able to skip most of the trips. The shooting, to me, hot trash. The guns feel shaky with the auto lock and easily the weakest part of the whole package. I will say though that I think that like the normal mode is like way too easy for the game and that it affects the gameplay. When I switched it over to hard mode, it became a lot better and it just became a better overall experience. I do think that this game is meant to be played in hard mode, and I think that you should play it that way. Overall gameplay, 7 out of 10. Hard mode and the knife fights, save it. All right, let's get to graphics and performance. I played this from the PlayStation 5 Pro, and the visuals were solid. The cutscenes hit unbelievably hard, and some environments pop. Performance stays stable mostly throughout. I did run into a few glitches, like this dude who literally became the stairs after I choked him out, but it was nothing crazy. It's not like it's a mind-blowing game like Ghost of Tsushima was for me, but the atmosphere and the cutscenes quality carry it. I'm telling you right now, there's a moment in the game, and I don't want to spoil it too much, so spoiler, you could be able to skip ahead if you don't want to hear this. There's a moment in the game where Enzo gets made, or he gets brought into the family. That whole scene right there felt like it was out of a movie. I felt like I was in the room with them. It was freaking awesome. The shadows, all of that stuff. I love that part. But all of the movie scenes shine throughout. Graphics, 8.5 out of 10. Final verdict, bottom line, copy. For $50, you getting a tight, engaging story with great cutscenes, strong characters, and that classic Mafia vibe. Listen, I'm glad that they decided to go this linear route versus that open world route of Mafia 3, which is my least favorite game in the series, by the way. But it feels like the game would have been perfect if they would have added some kind of side missions or like bandit camp raids or, just something to do other than just the story and just give you the time to let the game breathe and maybe take a look at some of that scenery or go down to a port and just do like different things that interact with the environment a lot more. The game doesn't really give you that. I think 2K and Hanger did a great job with this game. And while the weak shooting and the mid drive and hold it back a bit, the overall experience does feel like a throwback to those old early PS1, PS2 games or even Xbox games where it feels like the games were more focused on the story instead of padding. I would expect the DLC with this game for sure. Final score, 8 out of 10. So let me know in the comments, man. Y'all copping this or y'all dropping it? Drop a comment below and let me know what to review next. I think the next game I'm going to be playing is going to be Snake Eater. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, sub, and remember, gaming is supposed to be fun. Be seriously not serious about it. Joseph McFly out.